cylinders. We'll get more reads on the consumer in coming weeks. Ralph Lauren, Tapestry, Target, and Walmart all still to come this month. So what is the real read on the consumer? Guy, what's your take?
Exactly that there's two different economies right now. The people that are doing well, that are trading down, but are still have the ability to spend. And then on the lower end, people are strapped. And I think that's been going on for quite some time. And we see it in the performances of these stocks. I mean, Walmart, I think, tells the story. I think McDonald's, to a certain extent, tells the story, although you need to get that one above 325. On the other end of the coin, if you're in the dollar stores, that's been a rough slog over the last couple of years. And if you're in the middle, you're absolutely nowhere. So this, to me, just reinforces everything I've thought for a while.
30% of U.S. transactions at McDonald's were the extra value meals, which is interesting. And they're also saying that the uncertainty surrounding SNAP benefits are going to put further pressure on those consumers who are already struggling.
Yeah, that's a difficult situation.
Yes.
So hopefully that resolves itself. New York Times, The Daily, had a podcast yesterday going into a rural county in West Virginia, talking to folks. And go check that out. It was really sad. Hopefully they get that sorted out. But, you know, one thing, again, to the K-shape, on the higher end, it's not all roses. Look at Live Nation today, which obviously owns Ticketmaster, was down 10% after their results. They missed on earnings. The revenues came in line. That stock is down 25% from an all-time high just a few weeks ago. And, you know, so it really is, you know, some of the stuff, experiences, that was the big story after we got done with all the goods during the pandemic. And it seems like some of that is coming unwound a little bit. So, again, you know, you tell me what inflation is going to do. You tell me what the course of the Fed's going to do. We've talked to plenty of folks over the last few weeks or so that they don't see 30-year mortgage rates going below 6%. So the housing market is still pretty well locked. And then you extend that a bit further. You saw this company, Trex, that makes decks, you know, and that thing was down, I don't know, 25% or something like that today. Home Depot was down in sympathy. So I think you got to start broadening it out a little bit. You're going to continue to see heavy discounting into the holiday season. If you look at some of those, whether it's Guy's Dicks or Best Buy or one of those sorts of names that are obviously right there for holiday season. But you're also going to see, I think, some pressure on margins because of that, you know, promotional environment.
I like the existing home sales one that Dan just touched on. He talked about mortgage rates. If you're trapped in your home, you can't get the money out of your home. That's a huge thing. And if mortgage rates do not come down, people wind up being house rich, cash poor. But to Guy's point, Delta is, for the first time ever, selling more first class, or should be on the precipice of selling more first class tickets than Coach. First time ever. That was a staggering stat that jumped out at me. Mm-hmm. Coke selling more premium than there, so it's Fairlife, Smart Waters. Apple selling more phones. Walmart and Target, you have that trade down element. Costco, affluent are bundling up, buying in bulk, and others are just stretching it out, making their groceries last. So, or trading down, or eating at home. No one's eating out. So it all makes total sense. It's a bifurcated market, and it probably continues until further notice.
That's the word, right? So a K-shaped, I mean, that's kitsch. K-shaped. I mean, what does that mean?
Right.
Somebody made that up because it felt good. They put it in a big research report, and everyone bid on it. Bifurcation is a word that's in the English language for a long time. We have a bifurcated market, as is the case. So it's not just the affluent. Think about a Capri. They have Versace and Jimmy Choo and Michael Kors. That stock is at a 10-year low. Versus Williams-Sonoma, very expensive spatulas. That's up at the high. Ralph Lauren up at the high. But it's not Hermes and LVMH struggling. Estee Lauder struggling. So it's not so much what type of consumer. It really is idiosyncratic. There are, generally speaking, problems with the consumer. We know that restaurants almost universally under trouble. Housing stocks not doing great. Autos really mixed, and it goes on and on.